Okay, let's take a look at something. I want to get into something a little grittier right now. Here's Secretary of Health and Human Services Kathleen Sebelius talking about the health care bill. And, of course, that's central to Ted Kennedy and his legacy. Here she is.
I think naming is a decision that the United States Senate will make. I think passing it is the big first step, and that's what Senator Kennedy would want. I hope also that if people are truly interested in honoring his legacy, and there's a lot of conversation about that, the best possible legacy is to pass health reform this year and have a bill that President Obama could sign. And hopefully at every step along the way they'll ask themselves, what would Teddy do, and move it forward.
Well, Gene, without getting too partisan, the grave robbers are already out. The ghouls, if you will, are out there already building the case that somehow the memorial tonight and tomorrow to Ted Kennedy and his belief in health care for everyone is somehow an exploitation.
Right, I've heard that. I've seen the stories, the rumblings, and the nonsense, in my view, that's already been spewed on radio and elsewhere. This healthcare was the cause of Ted Kennedy's life, as he himself described it. We are in the middle of a huge and consequential argument, hopefully one that bears fruit, over healthcare, and it would be absurd not to recognize that context and the idea that to mention that in fact we are on the verge perhaps of reaching some of the healthcare reforms that he fought for literally decades. That somehow mentioning that is out of bounds, I think is ridiculous, and to they haven't even had the memorial service yet. I think it's ghoulish, inappropriate, and frankly just in awful taste.
You know, it seems odd, Mayor Brown, that the people on the far right, this sort of the screeching right, the intemperate right, are already attacking what they think is a coming win one for the Gipper mood, when in fact winning one for the Gipper was pretty effective as a Republican battle cry for all those years.
There's no question about it, and they are, frankly, ruining any possibility that their criticism could ever be viewed as legitimate. When the Secretary said what she said, she didn't say there is a bill. She didn't say these items of health reform. She simply said, in the most civil and direct way, this man lived his life in pursuit of health care for all. In view of the fact that we are where we are now and we are near the finish line, it would be highly appropriate when we reach those confrontations and can't figure out where to go, take a look and see what Teddy would have done. That might be instructive. She didn't say that's the only way to solve it. She simply said that's one of the ways to solve it. And she didn't say it should be out of sympathy. She said clearly it should be out of honor and respect. I think that the right is going too far in their criticism. They should wait for the Wellstone type speech before they come with the Wellstone answer.